Brienne, and thank you for watching another episode of Run It with Robin. Today we are in my kitchen, and I'm here with Chef Duane.
Hello.
Hey, and we're basically he's going to teach me how to make a brunch board that's Instagrammable.
One reason why brunch boards are popular is because most of the time it's stuff you already have in your fridge. You're just choosing to now eat it together. You know, how many times have you gone in the fridge and you have something sweet, you have something savory, and you're like, how can I ever eat this? And there is the brunch board.
What makes a brunch board Instagrammable?
The colors and the composition. By colors, we're talking about like the strawberry has a vibrant red, and you have your peach, which has a very vibrant orange color.
Yes.
And then you have avocado, which is really green. So it just makes everything pop.
Where can people get a brunch board that's affordable?
Well, this one right here actually came from Target. It was about $17, so it's not gonna break the bank. On average, brunch boards have about 9 to about 13 items on there. The first thing we're going to start with is the blackberry lime compote.
Ooh, I'm here for this, yes.
Okay. So blackberry, the compote is something that's from French cuisine. It's very easy to make, and essentially what it is fruits that are boiled in water or braised, and then you add some citrus to wake it up a little bit. And so I remember you asking me, is it easy for you to make this? This is how easy this is. We're going to take blackberries. We'll rinse them off first.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take some lime, and we're gonna zest it,
Okay.
as well as slice it in half, use the juice, and we're gonna boil it away in some water with a little bit of sugar until it gets nice and syrupy. This is just a pastry brush. It's just basically an expensive paintbrush. The reason why I'm using the brush is because it allows me to spread it all out and get on all sides of these rods that are here.
Yeah, it's
now,
nice and even.
Exactly. And the other thing is you can also do this with like a paper towel if you want as well, or some sort of cloth. We're gonna let this heat up. While this is heating up, we're also gonna warm up our coconut milk because we're gonna make a coconut cream. Again, for those non-dairy people.
Right, like myself. Okay.
Like you.
So we're using one whole can.
So we're using a can of coconut milk. We're gonna go ahead and turn this on.
Okay. And
Okay.
this is also high heat, or?
This is also high heat.
Okay.
The one thing that you have to remember about the milk is milk tends to boil it very quickly, and then it boils over.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is I like to get it hot fast and then turn it off. And then I can do everything else I need to do without fear of it boiling over or anything else. We're gonna make our maple bacon.
Okay.
Okay. We have our peaches. We're gonna grill off some peaches. Okay. And we don't need to really add anything to the peaches. We're just gonna grill it off. We're gonna mark it, and that's gonna cook it all the way through as we're marking it. Okay.
Perfect.
So let's add the bacon first. We're gonna add the bacon to the back. While this is going and this is going, now we're looking at these peaches, right?
Yeah.
So the peaches are gonna go here and here, so that way they're not touching the raw meat.
Okay. So
Okay.
boom.
Yep, flesh side down, just like that.
Perfect.
Just like that, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, and it's gonna take a little minute
Yeah.
because this is still heating up, so it's not all the way there.
Yeah.
But I promise, it's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm trusting you.
And you're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I already am.
All right. So and then bacon already smells good, right?
It smells delicious.
Now here's something that we're missing out of our bacon so far. What did I say the bacon was gonna be?
Pepper.
And maple.
And maple.
Yes, maple.
So we're putting maple syrup and pepper.
Maple syrup and smoked pepper.
Smoked pepper.
Smoked pepper.
So you got that sweet and savory.
You got it.
And it's okay if it's sizzling and fizzling, that's fine.
Perfectly fine.
Okay.
Just makes it smell
My
that much
apartment's
better.
not gonna go on fire, right?
No. You see our coconut milk is starting to
Turn it
boil
off?
up. So we're gonna turn it down first, and the only reason why I'm turning it down first is because we have to add something to it.
Oh.
Okay? So what we're gonna add is our arrowroot. It has a thickening property that you don't find in other items, and the reason why this is awesome is because of the texture that it gives it. It gives it a very smooth, very creamy texture.
Almost like a whipped cream.
Okay? Almost like a whipped cream. And the same practice if you use cornstarch. You want to always dissolve it in water first.
Okay.
That way you don't get a whole bunch of big chunks in there.
Right.
Okay?
And then you're gonna
Now
whip it up.
we can start turning this down too. All right.
Okay.
And you want to whisk it?
Do you want me to whisk it?
Go ahead.
All right.
Okay. And while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and I will turn this bacon. So once it starts boiling, we're gonna pour about maybe a third of this in there.
Okay.
Okay. And you want to take the whisk and you want to whisk it in so that way it gets broken down as it's going in.
Okay.
Okay. All right. How's that looking?
It's looking good.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're actually gonna, we have the heat back up. We're just gonna let it cook a little bit and thicken a little bit more.
Okay. Should I stop whisking?
You can stop whisking.
Okay.
So you see we're starting to get those beautiful marks on the peaches.
I see it.
Okay.
It looks beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
The trick is 45 degrees.
Okay.
That's what they always teach you, 45 degrees in order to get the diamond pattern that you want on it. So originally this was like this.
Yeah.
So all we do is turn it 45 degrees, and you see now the marks are going the opposite direction. How done do you like your bacon?
I like mine crispy.
Crispy?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to let that go.
Not
we have the
burnt,
back.
but crispy.
We have it in the back, so this is the beauty of this.
Okay.
I can just turn up the back while the front chills.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, cool.
So that's one of the benefits of having one of these griddle plates.
I gotta get one of these.
Okay. And I remember you asked me before about the handle and why this doesn't get hot.
Yes,
and remember it has that hole in the middle.
opening.
Yes.
So it's not hot.
Yep. And you see it's the same thing on that one over there.
Yeah, I do
Okay.
see that.
So now you see this
definitely-
starting to boil up and
Yeah.
it's starting to get a little thicker. So let's turn it down just slightly. So that way it doesn't boil over.
Overflow, right.
And it's still on. Yeah, it's still on. Okay. So that is all we need to do for this.
Oh, wow. Simple.
Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut up our avocado. We're just going to make some slices of it so it's a little bit easier to manage when we put it on the board. We have our avocado, so now we're just going to work on our tomatoes. Now, it's very simple preparation. We're using cherry tomatoes because they're smaller, so you don't have to do a ton of cutting. Plus, everybody likes to eat a fresh tomato, and it feels fresher when it's whole, okay? So, all we have to do is drop a couple into a mason jar. Today I could not get any mini bagels, so we just got the full size, cut it right down the middle, and we have a smaller item that also still has a nice shape to it, and that we can use to emphasize the shape of our board. So we just rinsed our grapes. We want to make sure that we dry them thoroughly, because whenever you have extra moisture in food than what it originally had, it tends to make it spoil quicker. Place it where you want it, so now you have a whole grape strand, and you're going to reach in between, and you're just going to snip it
Oh.
right at the different points where you want people to be able to have a serving of your grapes.
This is it. We're like pretty much almost done.
Yes, almost
now
there.
It's literally putting all of this onto the board.
You got it.
Woo!
Okay, so this is the part that we talked about. Now we do the composition.
Yes.
Okay, so we have our grapes already there that we just cut up. Okay, and remember we cut them on the board to make sure they keep the shape that we want so it still looks natural.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to put this bowl down and we're going to put our cream in here. What I like to do, I like to build in triangles. Triangles draw your eye to each corner because they're equally sized. So we have a plain bagel and we have a raisin bagel. Here's one problem with the raisin, it's too close in color to this. So we break it up.
Put the everything bagel in the
everything
middle.
bagel, you got it. We have some pretty big pieces here, so now we need to fill in with some smaller pieces, right?
Okay.
Okay, so we have our scones.
Yes.
Okay, so the scones, you don't want brown next to brown, right?
No.
So let's rotate
By
this.
the grapes?
And let's put it by the grapes.
Okay.
Okay, and what you want to do, you want to follow the contour of the grapes and you want to stack them so they shingle.
Okay.
So we have one triangle here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means we need another triangle over here.
Okay.
And then the third part is going to be right here.
Okay.
Okay, so you see your eye is already going here, and now we're starting to branch out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where we can easily start stacking things. This is where we can start shingling things around the edge so we have our height difference too. Okay, so one great thing we can do is to add a pop of color now. Okay,
I feel like the peaches or the strawberries.
I think the strawberries.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the strawberries. So the strawberries, we cut them so we still have the stem.
Yeah.
Okay, and what we're gonna do, same thing. This bacon, we might want to tear it in half because it's a little bit long.
I was just gonna say, I think we might have to tear this.
We have 2 mason jars that we have to put on here, so I think we should find out where to put those first.
Well, this seems like it has space.
It
right?
does have space, and we also have another space right there.
We do.
Right? So if we need to shift this a little
I
bit,
think we might have to shift the bagels.
we can shift it. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So we don't want to put this dark next to the dark.
No.
So I think we should put the light next to the dark.
Okay.
Now now we have a little bit of empty space. What should we do with the empty space? We have one ingredient left that we haven't. There you go.
Almonds.
So this is your space filler. You always want a space filler in order to kind of bring everything together and create that full picture.
The fullness of the board.
Exactly.
Honey, when you don't have a terrace, you go to your fire escape.